What's up YouTube, Crafting Cars here, happy Tuesday. Now today is actually Monday the 19th, and this is the start of my Civic dyno preparation vlog. I suppose today is day one. We got 2 weeks till we hit that dyno, and for today's agenda, I want to get the oil changed on the Civic. That's the first oil change. I want to take a short trip to the gas station to fill this car up with some gas with some more ethanol in it, and then later on today, around 1 p.m., we're taking the Civic in to get its first professional alignment, so the car is going to feel a lot safer on the road. So first things first, let's get started on this oil change. Alright, so the oil level's looking good, and we are darn near ready to go on our first drive to the gas station. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that all my lug nuts are torqued to spec, my axle nuts are torqued to spec, and just to be safe, I'm going to throw this little silicone coupling on the turbo, just so we don't suck anything off the ground. Just playing it safe. Alright guys, we're really doing it. I went ahead and put a clean shirt on so I don't get my seat all dirty. And this will be a good test to see if the car wants to overheat, because it's currently like 95 degrees outside. Alright guys, got my nuts all torqued down. And we're really doing this. Here goes the first drive to the gas station. Hopefully everything runs okay. Hopefully my phone stays right where it is there. I don't have a suction cup mount, but I definitely should invest in one. Oh. I still gotta bolt up my seatbelt. Hold on one sec. Off we go. Okay. We didn't scrape. Gas station. Everything's looking good. Alignment feels a lot better. Oh my goodness, we're gonna make it. Thing up. All right. We're home. We made it. Successful trip. Oh, I wasn't even looking at my ethanol content sensor. So now it's picking up about 7% ethanol content. So we're gonna keep raising that as we go here. Yeah, it's bouncing, I don't know, yeah, between 6 and 7%. So at least we know it's working. So as we burn some of this gas, I'm gonna start mixing in E85 to really get the ethanol going in this thing. But everything's working, so yeah, pretty sick. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and chalk that one up as a successful trip to the gas station. Everything actually went pretty smooth, so pretty happy with that. Now, I haven't showered since I got home from work, and I'm really sweaty, so I'm going to go inside, shower, take a nap, and catch you guys when I'm ready to go to my 1 a.m. alignment appointment. So, see you then. Alright guys, so we're back on our way to the alignment shop now. Now the way I see it, this can go a couple different ways. Either A, they're gonna take one look at my car and say, get the heck out of here, we don't align vehicles like that. Or B, they're gonna be a big fan and they're gonna help me out and everything's gonna go smooth. One thing's for certain though, I hope I don't run into any police on my way over there. That would really suck. So yeah, pray for me. Hope I get there safely. I got the car cruising really smooth right now. Our air-fuel ratio is looking great. Pretty confident we're gonna make it to the alignment shop, no problem. Just hope that they accept me there. We made it. So I made it to the alignment shop. The guys took my car in. They put some respect on my build, which is really cool. They told me that they used to race Hondas back in the day, so they totally understand what I got going on. They're not going to touch my camber, they're just going to touch my toe. So get that angle all set up, so hopefully I track straight on the way home. My phone's about to die, and I really want to enjoy listening to the radio and cruising on my way home. Hopefully it's a nice ride. I'll tell you all about it when I get there. Alright guys, so I made it back from the alignment shop, and the Civic is tracking a lot straighter. We got the toe angle nice and dialed in, but the responsiveness of the steering rack and just the way everything feels, it still feels really loose to me, especially compared to my old setup. I did some research. I actually went home, slept, went to work and everything, and now it's Tuesday the 20th, but I did some more research and I found out that these manual steering racks, you can actually tighten up the rack and pinion assembly on them. And then another thing that popped up is after my oil change, my drain plug is leaking. So I'm gonna have to swap out the washer on that. I did have a nylon washer, I swapped it out for an aluminum. Now it's leaking, so I'll probably switch back to a nylon washer and hopefully that fixes that issue. Alright guys, so it's now Wednesday morning, the 21st, and I think what I'm going to focus on today is just stopping the oil leaks. So the first oil leak we got to take care of is my drain plug. I mentioned that yesterday, so I picked up some new nylon washers to hopefully fix that. And then I've got my OEM Honda front cam seals to put in, and that should help stop the leak that's leaking from the cam seals and leaking all over the front of the block there. So also on today's agenda, I know Gideon's coming over. We're going to head to the bank so we can open up an account for our Crafting Cars website and get all our finances in check. And yeah, got a pizza in the oven. It's going to be a pretty busy day, but it should be a good one. Alright, so at this point we're ready to install our front cam seals. Now these are from Honda, so they come with a nice layer of grease already on the inside there. And I'm going to press these in just like I did last time, but the only difference is I'm going to put a thin layer of Honda Bond RTV along the outer edge here, and that should help it slide in, and once that stuff cures it should help it seal nice and tight. Alright, hopefully that gives us a good seal. Now it's time to throw everything back together. Alright, so now that we got everything put back together over here, we can move on to tightening up the steering rack. So I picked up this special tool from Honda. It's a 40mm 12-point spanner. It's just shaped kind of special so you can get into the tight spot on the manual steering rack. Here is the part number. Let that focus. And I'll show you underneath the car what we have to do. Alright, so that special tool is going to go on this lock nut right here on the back of your manual steering rack. Basically the procedure to tighten this thing up is to crack this lock nut loose. Then take this guide screw. On an OEM rack, you'll have like a 14mm head. You basically want to tighten it, loosen it, tighten it, loosen it a couple times to 3 foot-pounds. And then once you have it at 3 foot-pounds, you're supposed to take it and turn it back 20 degrees and then tighten up the lock nut without letting the guide screw move. So I'm going to do my best to do just that. Alright, so I got that nut tightened up as best as I can. Now I'm going to fill the car up with oil, and hopefully our drain plug's not leaking anymore, or the front cam seals, and we're going to take a quick lap around the block, and hopefully everything feels better. Alright, I'm going to clean this garage up, go clean myself up, and we're going for a test drive. I'm pretty excited because I get to test out my new camera. For in-car footage, I just picked up a GoPro Hero 9 Black and a little suction cup mount, so we'll be able to see how that looks. Alright, here we go. It's getting a little dark outside. Hopefully the footage doesn't look too bad. really nice too. Alright, so as we're wrapping up our drive here, in conclusion, I say the steering feels a lot tighter, but up above like 60 miles per hour, I'm still feeling the car wanting to track into the little ruts on the road. And I think that has to do now with the caster angle. So when I went to the alignment shop, they told me my caster was at 0 degrees. And yeah, that'll make the car real twitchy. A couple ways I can fix that is by hooking up my traction bar. Like hook up my traction bar to pull those lower control arms forward a little bit. Otherwise, I heard on the EK Civics, you can swap your upper control arms left and right, and that helps add a couple degrees of caster as well. So I know factory spec is 1.7 degrees positive, and right now I'm sitting, I think it was at like 0.4 or something like that. So we're not in the best spec. We're like track spec right now. Oh man, you really hear everything on the road without those fender liners. Alright, so overall, I say we had a pretty successful week. We had our first trip to the gas station, a professional alignment done, we got the oil leak fixed in the front of the block there, and we got the steering tightened up. So I'm going to post one more video next Tuesday before the dyno video gets posted. So right now it is Tuesday the 27th, and on Monday the 2nd is when I hit the dyno. But on Tuesday the 3rd, I won't be making a dyno video because I won't really have too much time. I'll be filming everything else I gotta do, just some quick and easy mods before I hit the dyno, like installing my SI gauge cluster, routing a cold air intake, putting on my turbo blanket, and wiring up my fuel pump with some upgraded wiring and an upgraded relay. So you can look forward to that next Tuesday. Another thing you can look forward to is tonight, we are launching the website. Let's just say, yeah, we'll launch at like 8 o'clock tonight, so stay tuned for that. You can buy stickers and shirts on there and read a little bit more about the background of our channel. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you today. Make sure you're not missing out on Gideon's videos every Friday, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.